All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but
Yes, exactly.
for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works.
Like,
But we have no heirs.
this is
no
what I
legacy.
mean when I talked about how it's weird that
We
Revengeance
brothers are
acknowledges
called les
9/11.
enfants terribles.
Because
Cloned from
up
our
until then
father,
they
with the
hadn't.
ability to
Because
reproduce
MGS2
conveniently
takes place in
engineered
2009.
out.
And
What is our
it has
legacy if we
9/11
cannot
times
pass the
10 in it.
torch? Proof of our existence.
Yes,
A mark of
but I
some
mean
sort.
like within the context of the law.
When the torch is passed on from parent to child. it
In the
extends
Metal Gear
beyond
universe,
DNA.
9/11 is
part
not a
of it as
big
well.
deal because this happened.
All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
He said the line. Title drop.
Are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're
Look at
not
his
what
skull
you'd
face.
call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something
Unless
that
it's
should not
Assassin's
be
Creed.
passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures,
It's kind of ironic that
symbols,
I'm at the
from
same time
tablets
playing
to
an
books.
Assassin's Creed game
But
in
not all
which
the
you meet the
information
Sons of
was
Liberty.
inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right? You seem to think that our plan is
Does
one
any of this sound
censorship.
familiar,
Are
Gio?
you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
They're describing the
digital
internet
society
as it
further
exists
fuels
right now,
laws and
but this is a
selectively
game from
rewards the development
2001.
of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds,
Echo
leaking whatever
chambers.
truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the
Forgot
world
they used that
ends.
word.
Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce?
What do you mean,
retrieve
you
valuable
people?
truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
They got you there.
That's the proof.
You
of
literally
your
heard that
incompetence
idea
right
5
there.
minutes ago.
You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Put it more simply, this whole exercise, all the manipulation, the betrayals,
What you
it was a
experienced
test case
was
to
the
prove
final
that the
test
system
of its
could
effectiveness.
manipulate people,
That's
could
crazy.
orchestrate
You heard
events.
what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective
If
of
you can
this
orchestrate an
exercise
event of
was
this
to
scale,
establish such
then
a
you
method.
can lead the country in whatever direction you want.
We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
He's not talking to
Didn't I
Raiden,
tell you that GW is still
he's talking to
incomplete?
us.
But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Nani?
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier
Not
in the
really
army
relevant.
of the devil.
Doesn't even remember him.
I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss,
for sure.
trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
The government is just a puppet. Oh, well, the police, yeah, they'll be... We're on top of a building right now. There are people below. But yeah, you'd expect to hear sirens and
there
stuff.
are other traces. Inside you. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
This feels like another one of those, like, yeah, there was supposed to be screaming, and then we cut that for reasons. The dogs!
Brace yourself.
Alright, boss fight. Final boss. Oh, shit. Well, there's, you know, there's a lot of seagulls in Manhattan. I've never noticed before, but Raiden actually has a different melee strike when he's using the sword. Oh, he's actually pretty tough. Like, I'm struggling to get through his guard. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I might have to try the lunge again. Nope, shit.
Is that the best you could do? Die.
Oh, fuck. I need to figure out how to get past this guard. Maybe I can get some advice.
Right. Take Solidus down. Think about Olga's child and your Rosemary. You must win.
Okay. Try one more time.
Right. You have to beat.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. You're different strategy. That's what the... Ah, fuck. I should have gotten this voiced. Okay. The old model Rex destroyed 4 years ago is Rex. The new amphibious model is Ray. Both of these are the same as the code names used by the US Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II. Your codename Raiden 2 comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors. Stop it, I'm not a weapon. Oh really, did you know the code name for the US Armed Forces was Raiden? It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to use and thrown away.
Die.
Fuck. Okay, I can't get through him like that. I need to wait for him to expose himself.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, that's the pattern. Yeah, just letting myself heal up a little. Ah, fuck. Okay, his spin kick is really nasty, like the hitbox. Oh shit. I didn't know you could fall off the building. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never done that before. Yeah, trying to do the spin attack is very unreliable, I've found.
Is that the best you can do?
I need like a lock-on button. I wonder, I probably can't block that. Okay, yeah, it is possible to circle around him when he does the spin kick. Oh shit. Okay, you can block it. Good to know. But you can't block that. Can I knock him off the edge? Probably not. Hey, Dad, can I get a photo? Oh no! One for the album. This is not a terrible idea. Alright, and now he's ditching some of his weapons, and he's gonna get a lot faster.
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere
Oh, okay, well, we got this dialogue anyway
fighter
then.
jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years
Oh
ago
god,
was
I don't like
Rex.
this camera
The
angle.
new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden 2, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Whoa. Oh, he's almost off the edge. Ah, damn it. So close. Ah, no, he can't go over the edge. It was a fun thought experiment. Oh, there's a ration over there. I should grab that. Oh, shit. Got him. Okay, Geo, pay attention to this. That right there, that is his Revengeance move when you press square and X together. The dodge move that you buy, like one mission into the game, that is that. It's funny going through this game and seeing where Raiden starts and then seeing how it ends and like, yeah, no, I can see how he just becomes the next cyborg ninja. There was like a clear, direct line from that last shot to Revengeance. He get a sword finish. Well, as we established, he already had a knife finish because he was Jack the Ripper. That is the source of that nickname in Revengeance, by the way, Geo, is that as a child soldier, he was cutting people up with knives and had a very impressive kill count.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
I love how you can see that some people are running. Like, there's a little bit of panic.
The world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
Metal Gear has this strange thing of acknowledging that it's code names, not real names, but then characters just stick with their code names forever.
It's up to you.
Like, considering what we're about to see, it's weird that Raiden is still called Raiden.
By the way,
in Revengeance.
What is that?
So at the beginning of the game, Geo, when I first used the node, it asked me to input information, Ray, UK, date of, and there's my birthday, and it puts it on his dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Because he is controlled by you, the player. And in this ending, yeah, basically. In this ending, he's rejecting the player's control. He's throwing it away and becoming his own character.
All those who fought for it. We all have the
Which makes it a little weird that you play as him again in Revengeance and he's still called Raiden.
Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive.
Kinda undermines this game just a little bit that he didn't get a new code name or something.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his Ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead.
Mostly, I think it's just that we really wanted to playable Raiden again. Because he's not playable in 4, except for the multiplayer. But he's so fucking cool there, and they're like, we need to give him a spin-off.
Destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Man, what's with these weird cosplayers? And Rosemary is just right there. I would love to have seen what this game originally was. Like, I want to see what the ending unedited is. Because it feels like this had to have been thrown together very quickly.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, also, the pregnancy thing is real. He actually mentions his son
See me for what I
in
am,
Revengeance. And you get to see him in MGS4. I forget what his son is named. I think he might have. I think they were called
Do you
Jack.
remember this place?
Jack Jr.
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things
So,
want their genes to live
It's not
on.
this footage
Are you
specifically,
talking about the
but
baby?
Yeah,
this type of
the
cutscene
genes aren't the only
is
thing
the
we pass
reason
on.
why
There are too
these
many
games
things that aren't written
were
into
so
our DNA.
inaccessible for such a long
It's
time.
up to us to teach that
Like
to
they
our
would keep
children.
getting pulled off the
What
digital
kind of
store and then
things?
coming back
All
later
the environment, our
because they
ideas,
needed
our
licenses
culture,
for the stock footage and they
poetry,
would run out and they'd have to take the game down,
sorrow,
get the license
joy.
renewed, and then put the game back up.
We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Reminds me of how like Alan Wake would get like delisted, like God, I think it got delisted like 10 times in a row. And it was because of like licensed songs and the fact that the batteries were Duracell. So, while the unskippable credits are rolling, there is an after credits thing. So I'm gonna try and fill the void. So there's a couple things to discuss with this game. I mentioned before that there was things to talk about with regards to outside the game. So Geo, this game's marketing was all lies. All of it. Every single part. Well, okay, not every single part, but a lot of it was. You know how stuff like the new Evangelion movies and Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're not what they claim to be. There's like a twist when you actually play them. Like FF7 Remake is actually a sequel, and the Evangelion movies are not recreations. They're also a weird sequel restructure. That was also the case with MGS2, where it deliberately tries to subvert your expectations, and in particular, all of the footage of the game that existed before it came out didn't show Raiden. He was a complete secret, and they even showed gameplay of you playing as Snake in the big shell, which is Raiden's section. Like, they went out of their way to keep his existence, like, the existence of that character a secret. And so it was like a reveal. And the reason they did that, it's something I didn't really... I thought it was just like a gotcha moment for the longest time. But it came up recently when in a discussion where it's like, why did they do that? Because that's what the game's theme is about. You can be lied to through the age of digital information. Well, that might that might be because of substance. I don't know if it's the same like intro movie as the original. It might have been changed. Because the cat would have been out of the bag by the time Substance came out. But yeah, so that's my train of thought there. The game's whole message is that you can be lied to, you can be manipulated. Facts are impossible to verify, there's fake news everywhere. and you got suckered. You bought the game under one pretense, and it was something else entirely, because it's that easy to do. It should also be mentioned, people fucking despised this game at the time it came out. Critics were like very divided, and like fans of the first game were like, what the fuck, I wanted to play as Snake, what is this bullshit? And it took like 10 years of re-evaluation for people to be like, actually no, MGS2 is kind of a fucking masterpiece. I'm struggling to think of examples, but there's movies that are like that too, where like they're classics now, but at launch they were just utterly slated. I think John Carpenter's The Thing might have been that. I'm not 100% sure.
I know how good it has been. Facing forever, here I stand.
I didn't hit it either, but that's because I was a child. I didn't understand anything that was happening in this game when I played it, because I would have been 9. I would have been 9 years old. Christ. Oh god, this game was so long ago. I was right, The Thing was hated. Space Jam. Original Godzilla, apparently. The original Alien movie was critically panned. Yeah, the OG, like the 1950s film, got bad reviews, and so did the original Alien. And The Shining. The Shining got slated as well. It's just a thing. Oh, hey. HD remaster unit, Blue Point. Good job, guys. So, glad to see your work was just stolen and reused very poorly for the Master Collection, and I'm still bitter about that. But yes, some things like this, they come out and people do not get it, and they do not like it. And then over a long period of time, it gets reevaluated. I'm still kind of wondering if that's ever going to happen for MGS4, because MGS4 actually kind of got reevaluated in the opposite direction, where like, I still like 4 a lot, but it is so hard to ignore how flawed it is. It has so many problems. I'm still debating whether I should even stream 4, because I want to, but like, okay, this game was where the, I think it's about to do the post-credit scene. It has other problems too, but I'll explain in a second.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on.
That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with.
Yeah, he was heavily
The human race
influenced
will
by
probably
Snake.
come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake became a lot more philosophical after the first game.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
So, to give a brief explanation of that, the actual list of names they got was for the philosophers, which were the precursor organization. That's what MGS3 ends up being about. Which is why it goes back to like the 60s. They kind of like laid the groundwork for what the Patriots would become. But yeah, let's see what rank I got. And doesn't seem like a compliment. I got the digital camera. Oh, because I have great memory and I'm very sturdy, right? Right? I keep on trucking. It's definitely not because I'm slow and very easily hunted down. But yeah, that is... Oh yeah, we did it in under 3 hours. And the title screen changed. It was red before. I think it was Snake's face in red, and now it's Ryan's in blue. That is true. I did fall off a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'm debating. I do want to do a stream of the VR missions because there's cool stuff in there. I'm not sure if I should be doing any of that now. Instead, I'm not. I'm actually just going to show this off. Okay, wait, no. This is not what I thought it was. Olga meets Snake. Ocelot steals. Yes, okay, hold on. Yes, okay. Ocelot, Vamp, Fortune, Rose, Snake. Okay, check this shit out.
Stupid machines.
Oh, that's straight up his model from Twin Snake. The remake of MGS1. I thought it was going to be his PS1 model. Okay, well, you know what? That's not as fun. Let's try that again. Here we go. It's such a low quality model. Oh, there was Snake 1999? Nice. Yeah, I actually wasn't sure if this was still in the game. I thought maybe it had gotten cut from the HD version. Oh look, the effects are still there for the arms. Because we did lose some stuff, like for example, the skateboarding minigame, which I will have to get a PS2 emulator set up because there's no way I'm not showing that off. I will set that up for next week. Oh, she looks so bad.
Damn the Patriots!
It's such a low quality model compared to everyone else.
You still have some use.
With some characters, like the arm doesn't even line up with the gun.
Snake.
I'm surprised you're only allowed to switch Sawdust in this particular scene. So like, let's skip that. So let's go back. Sawdust was riding. Snake. Yeah, let's try this. Who can we swap out? Ooh, we got a lot of options here. Alright, let's try shuffling. Oh, yeah? Okay, sure. Let's see what we get. So this is Vamp's introduction in the game. Who the fuck's it gonna be? Who the fuck could it possibly be? Oh! He's looking dapper. I don't know about this game, but in the first game, if you beat it once and then start a new game on the same save file, there's the Cyborg Ninja. The Cyborg Ninja has replaced one of the bodies. But if you beat the first game and then play it again, like New Game Plus, you have the tuxedo. It's either on the second or third playthrough. Oh shit, yeah. They're all Cyborg Ninjas. Who could it be? Oh, I think it's also a tuxedo. It'd be kind of disappointing if we got two of the same costume, but it's possible, I guess. Yeah, it is. Now the only question is who's going to be Pliskin. That's funny. So there should be blood there, but there isn't. So that means the blood was part of the Marines model.
All Alpha, come in.
It wasn't just like a static effect in the air.
What's going on? Alpha, respond.
Oh man, imagine if Pliskin is just Snake again. Like, what are the odds? Dash, I think I made a joke much earlier in like 2 streams ago.
Are you?
Of like, are we supposed to think that Snake's gonna turn into a vampire? when he was getting those weird camera angles. Turns out...
5 today. Or rather, 6.
Oh, so yeah, it's Phil Lamar as Vamp. You might know them as like Samurai Jack.
Get down!
Who is it? Oh, it's just Pliskin. Pliskin is just Pliskin. They didn't change it at all. Yeah, okay, it's revealed it now. Oh, it's the Raiden version of the ninja? That's weird. Okay, yeah, let's do one more, and we'll actually choose it this time. So we've got Ocelot steals Rhea, Olga meets Snake, Snake watches soldiers landing on tanker, Stealth Snake from bridge to tanker, Sordus versus Raiden, Fortune versus the Seals, Vamp eliminates Seals. Any votes? I have one that I think might be interesting, but I'll let you guys decide. I'm thinking Fortune versus Seals. Let's see what options we've got. So, Raiden, we can turn into... Alright, we got Snake, 1998. Vamp can be... Ocelot, 1998. Fortune can be... Let's see... Let's make the soldiers Fortune. And Fortune... Make it Vamp. There you go, just for maximum weirdness. There he is. And this is the same model they use in MGS4 as well. It's probably not literally the same model, but like, they do this again where you play as, you can get a face mask that makes you look like PS1 Snake. Probably not.
What the hell is that?
The guns that the soldiers are holding are the same, so I think they're just not affected.
Put me out of my misery.
It's still lip synced.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her. Is she the one they call Fortune?
Yeah, I think like objects like guns are just independent of the models. And there's PS1 Ocelot. I was waiting for it.
Don't let them take the president!
Yes, Queen. You slay those bitches.
Ready grenades! A dud!
I might be wrong, but I think one of those Marines is voiced by Quentin Flynn, who's Raiden's voice. It was very brief.
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness?
No, it always looked like that. It's just a very geometric shape. Yeah, no, it just always looks like that. This is a PS2 game, remember? It was meant to be seen at 480p. Yeah, I think that's why I picked her for the Marines, as just maximum irony.
I'm so sorry, my beauties.
Her win streak is
I'll see
over.
you again someday.
Oh no, she dropped out of Platinum. She'll never make it in ranked at this rate. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, drop out. You got your dog tag viewer. And what is it actually just going to show? I want to just... Yeah, you see a name, you see their blood type and their ID number. And it actually tells you where to find them. Arsenal Gear Ascending Colon. How the fuck do you get someone's dog tags in that area? How? You don't have any guns to hold them up with. Unless it's just, like, planted somewhere? I don't know. But yeah, if you want to get the collection... And yes, it is. But if you find all of them, then you get you can unlock the stealth camo and the infinite bandana. Oh, that's even more threatening. Boss survival is probably exactly what we think it is. Fight as Raiden, fight as Snake. Oh, so you could fight every boss as Snake.
Ready?
Okay, I'm not actually gonna do this fight. I'm gonna drop out. But yeah, you've got boss rush. That's really cool. Oh yeah, I remember now because I remember fighting Sordus as Snake, and it's way harder without a sword. You can only use melee attacks, so you have to drain his stamina meter. We've got Snake Tails, which I don't know if I'm gonna do. Probably not. They are fan fiction. They are almost a response to complaints that you don't play as Snake for most of MGS2, because what they do is they let you do these like missions which are non-canon and have multiple paths and endings and take place in all the different areas of the game, including the big shell. And they're insanely difficult because they're all on like a higher difficulty and you don't get to choose. And do I have... No. So, hold on. Let me see if I remember how to do this, because I want to make sure I can unlock it again. Up, up, down, down. Left, right, left, right, B, A. Yes! Okay, there. So now we have access to everyone, including being able to play as MGS1 Snake and Cyborg Ninja Raiden. X Raiden? What the heck's this? Oh god, I think streaking mode. Oh my god. Fuck. Ah, damn it. Well, that'll be something we come back to later. I should have just used the box for that. Anyway, I'm going to call the stream there for today. Next week, I will prepare... Yeah. So, next week, I will do some preparations. I will see whether Snake Tales is viable, because there is some cool stuff in there. But if it's not, I'll just not bother with that, and I'll do it in my own time. We will do VR missions, and I will also prepare a PS2 emulator with the original version of the game so that we can check out skateboarding, because that unfortunately got cut from the HD version. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Talk to you over on the Discord.